Hello and welcome to DCN Weekly, your regular roundup of Australia's shipping, ports and logistics news. This episode is for the week ending 17th of October 2025, and I'm Lindsay Reid, publisher at DCN.
And I'm David Sexton, DCN journalist.
And let's start with a big story out of the US. The Trump administration has released new port fee regulations that have Wallenius Wilhelmsen hitting pause on its 2025 financial guidance.
Yes, the proposed changes increase fees for most ro-ro carriers from US $14 per net tonne to $46 per net tonne, effective immediately.
Yeah, and the company says it's evaluating the impact for itself, its customers and trading patterns. Q3 results aren't affected, but Q4 maybe.
That's right, and the fees hit not just container trades, but also PCTCs and ro-ros, with foreign-built vessels facing penalties of $150 US per car equivalent unit.
Yes, and back in May, Wallenius Wilhelmsen had called on the USTR to withdraw Annex 3 entirely, so this story will be one to watch. Well, back here in Australia, there's been some big news from Flinders Port Holdings. The largest shareholder, London-based Foresight Group, has put its 29% stake up for sale.
Right, that follows a decision to wind up Foresight's Australian Diversified Infrastructure Fund. The sale is expected early next year, and both local and international infrastructure investors are likely to be interested.
Yeah, but here's the twist. The other four shareholders have preemptive rights. So that's Care Super, Equip Super, State Super New South Wales and Host Plus. So they get the first chance to buy before anyone else.
Flinders Ports has also been busy on the ground. Just last week, they confirmed a nearly $400 million upgrade at the Adelaide container terminal.
Yeah, and that includes a berth extension, 2 new Super Post-Panamax cranes, IT upgrades and more space for operations. So it's a serious boost for the port.
Financially, things are looking solid too. Revenue up 11% to about $308 million. EBITDA up 11%. And container volumes up more than 8% to just over 292,000 TEU.
Yeah, and Flinders Ports has a long history, formed in 2001 when South Australia privatised its ports, and with shareholder shuffles and the upcoming Care Super merger, we could be seeing more changes next year.
Definitely a space to watch. It'll be interesting to see who steps up for that Foresight stake.
Now on to an interesting story from the Arctic. The Northern Sea route is becoming navigable for longer periods thanks to thinner ice and longer summers. So, David, this means that ships from China to Western Europe could actually save time, is that right?
Yes, up to 10 days compared with the Suez Canal, and even more if you're trying to avoid the Cape of Good Hope. With Red Sea disruptions lately, it's an appealing shortcut.
Yes, it is, but there have to be some risks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fairly hostile part of the world. Most vessels using the route are ice class, but some non-ice ships are taking the trip under Russian permits. Environmental sensitivity, limited rescue options and harsh conditions mean things could go badly wrong if there's an accident.
And are there international rules for ships in the Arctic?
Yes, the Polar Code sets standards, including training and equipment requirements. But not all vessels making transit meet the full requirements.
Okay, so who's actually using the route now?
For example, China's New Shipping started using it in 2023 and made about 13 voyages last year. They're ordering ice-class container ships to make regular service feasible.
So there's potential, time and fuel savings, but not a fully safe or universal option just yet.
Exactly. For now, it's a route that some operators might gamble on, but for most, the risks are still very real.
Yes, and Peter Van Doen's article goes into more depth, so do head to the website if you'd like to learn more about this. Well, this week, DCN also launched The Beacon, our new series which examines key maritime themes in more depth. So first up, Glebe Island in Sydney, the city's last commercial deep water port. Now, this has been an ongoing story that we've been covering, and prior to this, David, you've written quite a bit about it.
Yes, Glebe Island is at the centre of a tug-of-war between housing development and industrial needs. Sugar importers, the construction sector, and even New Year's Eve fireworks all rely rely on the port.
Yeah, and the New South Wales government has considered using the site for thousands of new homes, but that has sparked opposition, and over 20 organisations have formed the Sydney Working Port Coalition to protect the port. So the latest suggestion is a hybrid solution, is that right?
Yes, a hybrid port model has been proposed, retaining port operations while allowing around 3,000 homes near the new metro station. The government review is underway, with decisions expected by the end of the year.
Yes, well, Connor Pearce, DCN freelance journalist, has taken this on as our first Beacon series article. So you can read more on this on our website. And his second instalment that delves into other perspectives around the issue is due out later next week. So do stay tuned for that. And now, finally this week, a milestone in Australian maritime. After almost 60 years, Port Phillip pilot Captain David Burns has retired.
Yes, Origa Group noted his nearly 40 years of pilotage in Melbourne and nearby ports. The longest continuously active tenure in Victoria's history, apparently. His final job was piloting the APL Columbus from Anchorage to Webb Dock.
Origa praised his courage, skill and mentorship, from guiding the rudderless Mary Holyman off Tasmania to piloting giants like the Queen Mary II. And at 79, he leaves a legacy of professionalism, humility and humanity. Well, before we go, a quick heads up. The finalists for the 2025 Shipping and Maritime Industry Awards will be announced on Monday morning.
It's always great to see the industry recognised, and I'm sure there will be a lot of people logging on Monday to see the list.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Well, that's all from us this week. Do drop us a line at editorial@thedcn.com.au with your comments, tips or tip-offs.
And make sure you're signed up to the Newswire for daily updates,
including those finalists. So thank you, everyone. We will catch you next week.